We're here at South Avenue Elementary School to tell you more about the Hudson Valley Seed Garden Learning Program. This is Ava, Hudson Valley Seed's founder and executive director, and I'm Yahli, a former Hudson Valley Seed student.
We're going to tell you more about the student experience in the Hudson Valley Seed Garden Learning Program and how our curriculum is integrated into the Common Core in our local elementary schools. Yahli, you're quite qualified to answer the first question. Tell us about the student experience in the Hudson Valley Seed Program.
Well, most of the time we would go to the garden every week. We would plant veggies, we would nurture veggies, we would harvest veggies, and we would prepare and learn to follow recipes. We ate them because they are always so delicious. And then sometimes, if it was really bad outside, like pouring or freezing, we would stay inside and learn garden-related things. When I was younger and participating in Hudson Valley Seed, we made sundials and learned about climate and temperature and how it affected the planet. When I got older, we learned about the life cycles of seeds and photosynthesis, and we even made hypotheses about these things. We also integrated math into Hudson Valley Seed because we did things like count seeds, and we tried 4 different kinds of cabbages, and then we actually created a bar graph to show which kids liked which different kind of cabbage. Well, this was pretty great because normally we'd just be sitting around in a classroom looking at a piece of paper to learn math, but this was just a whole new way to learn it, and it really helped it soak in. Another thing that we did in Hudson Valley Seed was do things that had to do with English, which was really cool. We did things like write garden poems, we read books that had to do with gardening, we read seed packets, and after we tried some of these new veggies, the garden director would ask us to give adjectives that describe this new vegetable. Most people in elementary school these days actually sometimes don't get science classes, and a lot of people struggle with grades. So Hudson Valley Seed and garden time is really the best part of the school day and a very important time for learning. Ava, can you describe Hudson Valley Seed's learning program in a little more detail?
Right now we teach 3,122 students every week, which is 60 K through 5 classes. And those classes happen for about 45 minutes to an hour. One of the first milestones was when the rest of the teachers at Sargent Elementary School wanted the program. We had been teaching with 2 classes, and after 2 months of programming, all of the other teachers also wanted to do garden time. Another milestone has just been how quickly we've grown. The first year, we taught 56 students every week. By the end of that year, that was 500 students, and the next year we jumped to over 1,500 students, and Newburgh joined the program.
Another milestone was when the 3rd and 5th graders got to join the program as well.
I think it's also incredible that we have 56 schools totaling 13,000 students on our waiting list, and I would never have imagined that 5 years ago when we only had 2 classes participating in this program. A big part of why teachers want our programs in their classrooms is that Hudson Valley Seed incorporates science, math, the arts, problem solving, and lots of other interdisciplinary topics into the classroom and applies that in a real-world setting. Most of our students don't have any other opportunity to learn science, technology, engineering, and related topics in the school day. And outside of garden time, students don't get to learn outside and think outside the box. Our teaching method and expert educators encourage self-directed learning, teamwork, patience, and individual thought. Students who may not thrive in the typical school day find ways to engage in learning in our gardens. And across the board, students' school attendance and test scores are up.
So Ava, how did you actually come up with the gardening curriculum, and who helped you do that?
The first curriculum came from when I was actually your teacher at a private alternative school, and when I wanted to take that curriculum and bring it into public school systems, we needed each lesson to align with the Common Core curriculum. And so education consultants, our own education team after each garden lesson, and other professionals have all worked with the curriculum to refine it so that it reflects all of the Common Core standards and also offers kids experiential learning opportunities. Since then, we've continued to refine it. Our curriculum is a living document, and we're constantly having it reviewed by public school teachers and education professionals. We also meet with all of our public school teachers at the beginning of each school year to ensure that our curriculum lines up with each of their scope and sequence, so we know that when they're covering mapping or graphing coordinates or poetry, our lessons are covering the same material. Yahli, is there anything else you'd like people to know about Hudson Valley Seed?
Well, I actually think that Hudson Valley Seed has a lot of long-term benefits. It teaches us about our community and how the ecosystem works, where food comes from, and it really helps us realize what part we should have in taking care of our world. And that's really important. And how about you, Ava? Do you think there's anything else people should know about Hudson Valley Seed?
Well, our goal is to reach every underserved community in the Hudson Valley, which is 13,000 students, and we already have more than that on our waiting list. In September, we're already going to be growing to reach 5,000 students when we add 2 new schools in Newburgh, and the only thing holding us back from reaching all of these kids